You ever get that feeling when something's not quite working, but you're not sure if it's time to tweak or tear the whole thing down and just start from scratch? Yeah, those moments are tough. And as a manager, one of the hardest judgment calls that you will have to make is this. Do we improve what's already there? Or do we make that bold move and completely reimagine and start over? Welcome to the Modern Manager. I am Mamie Canfor-Stewart, and every week I share tips and strategies to help you be a rockstar manager with a thriving team. And today, I am breaking down exactly when to make incremental change and when to aim for transformation so that you can leave with clarity and confidence. Now, please hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a video. Now, let's dive in. First up, when should you stick with those small, steady improvements? Here is when incremental change makes the most sense. First, things are basically working, but they could be better. For example, maybe your weekly team meetings are fine, but you know they could be more productive and more engaging. That's a place where you want to make some tweaks, not have to do a whole big teardown. Number two, you need to build buy-in and do that slowly. Big changes can trigger a lot of resistance. So small steps can let your team or your leadership or whomever adapt and gain some confidence with you or the idea over time. So for example, maybe you want to hand over leadership to one of your team members on a big project, but they are not feeling confident. Begin by handing over parts of the job and slowly build their confidence as you support them so that they can fully step into the leadership role over time. Number three, you're testing before scaling. Sometimes it is smart to experiment small. Maybe it's a new tool or a new process before you go all in. So if you're considering something like adopting a new project management tool, maybe you start by using it yourself or with one or two team members who are really excited to check it out. And this gives you that chance to see if it's the right tool before investing a lot of time and energy into a massive rollout. And number four, if you are short on time or resources, you don't want to overload people. If your team is at capacity, those small, meaningful shifts can be more sustainable and still help you move in the right direction. For example, maybe you need a totally new performance management system. You know your current system, or maybe lack of system, really isn't working, and it would be amazing. But no one has time to figure all of that out. Simply agreeing to be more proactive about giving real-time feedback can be a step in that right direction that anyone can take on. So in short, incremental changes are best when you need evolution, not revolution. But what if tweaking around the edges isn't quite enough? Those are moments where you need to blow it all up in the best of ways. Here is when transformation is the better path. First up, when your current system is broken. If morale is low, if goals aren't being met and there's no accountability, if burnout is around the corner, you need more than just a Band-Aid or some small tweaks here and there. This is a moment to come together and envision a whole new process, new goals, new values, new culture, new ways of working, new whatever it is that is going to get you out of the rut. Second, when the world around you has shifted, new technology, changing markets, and unexpected crises and things like tariffs or a pandemic, those can force big changes and fast. When the external world is drastically different, you often need to do something drastically different. This could mean pausing a project or a product, even if it was midstream and you had so much invested. Or it could be overhauling a process because you now have AI and that is a huge new tool and we want to get that right in. Or it could be something else. Next up, you're pursuing a bold new vision. Transformation is about stepping into something radically different, not just better, but different. So if you've set new big goals that are beyond what you've ever done in the past, you probably need to work differently, prioritize differently, develop some new skills, do a whole bunch of things that are different than what you've done in the past, because these new goals are not the same goals that you've achieved in the past. Lastly, the cost of doing nothing is too high. If slow changes are just going to make things worse or drag out the pain, it is time to go all in. Slower can sometimes mean costlier in terms of morale, money, time, energy. And in cases like this, just ripping the Band-Aid off, it's not fun, but it is worth it. For some teams, the return to office has felt a little bit like this. The ongoing, are we coming back? Are we not coming back? Are we coming back? We're going to come back sometimes and we're going to try it this way and try it that way. It's demoralizing. It's frustrating. It's unstabilizing. And it might have just been better to say, here's our policy and we're sticking to it. Transformational change is not just about fixing things, it's about reimagining things. But here's the cool thing. You can actually use incremental change to build towards transformational change. So let's say you have a big vision, but maybe your team's not quite ready, maybe you don't have all the resources lined up, or you've got an idea, but you want to test it out before you invest too much. Those are moments where you can start small and gain some early wins and build trust and gather data. And then when the moment's right, you can go from those incremental steps to transformational steps. So the next time you're wondering what to do, ask yourself and ask your team, do we need better or do we need different? And remember this, incremental change keeps you evolving. Transformational change redefines the game. And the smartest leaders know how to do both at the right time. If this lesson helps you think differently about change, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for more practical tips for managers. And if you've got a situation that you are trying to navigate, I'd love to help you. Drop it in the comments below. Thanks again for watching and check out my latest video right here.